Want to record because it's being a dick, and now it wants to record. Yeah, because you're singing a stupid song, huh? Ugh. Anyway, been trying to record for a quick minute, and it wouldn't record. It kept saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's no video. I can't record this. There's no record button." And it's like, what? Are you kidding me? Open, close, open, close. Anyway, long story short, so hey guys, tonight is vinyl and music news, and like I said last week, well actually not like I said last week because we already started talking about them. I wanted to talk about awesome ladies in music. So last week we talked about Bomba Estereo. Really, Spanish? Really? Sometimes it becomes like a tongue twister trying to go from English to Spanish sometimes, especially when there's like a lot of S's. Anyway, so last week we were talking about Bomba Estereo, and we were talking about Li Saumet, and Saumet. I'll leave a link down below. My brain is kind of failing me with the pronunciation aspect of things. I wrote way too many emails. Have you ever had one of those days where you just like wrote way too many emails and you're just like, my brain is kind of fried? And I was asked way too many things that involved way too much of my mental, like the part that you actually have to use to think up thoughts, and yeah, anyway. So tonight, we decided to talk about, Valerie June. Valerie June came to my attention by one of my friends, Sean. Sean, what is, it's Sean0612, I could be wrong about those numbers, but it's Sean, and I'll leave somewhere his logo. He hasn't made a video in a while. It's been like over 11 months, but he's a really cool guy who introduced me to Valerie June. One time when I asked, hey, who's an awesome artist that you are absolutely loving right now, I think it was a video where I asked, who's somebody that you think is really freaking cool, that I should be listening to, something to that effect, and he said to me, Valerie June, and I was like, okay, sure, and I was blown away by this woman. She's just a few years older than me. She was born in 82, making her 35, I believe. I'm gonna be 33. Anyway, and he showed her to me, and I guess, I forget what song it was. I think it was either Somebody to Love or, Working Class Blues. I want to say it was Working Class Blues. Was it Working Man Blues? Working Class Blues? I can't think. Working Woman Blues. Not Working Man. Working Woman Blues. And, it was probably the most amazing song I had ever heard, especially the banjo. I absolutely love the banjo. In fact, I think that's why he brought her up to me. I could be wrong about that. Sean, if you're watching this, comment below. Why did we get into the discussion of Valerie June? I think it was because I asked for an awesome artist, honestly. But as a backup, she plays the banjo, and I'm utterly obsessed with the banjo. Granted, don't own one, but I haven't shared this one yet. My dad surprised me, and he got me cavaquinho, a Brazilian ukulele. It's gonna be entertaining because it's a lot harder to learn, and that's kind of like a challenge with me because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm up for this challenge. I learned the ukulele awesomely. This is difficult. Hey, I can wing it. But yeah, still learning notes. Haven't exactly been practicing actually, so she's got a little bit of dust. But yes, but I was blown away by Valerie June's playing skills, and apparently she plays multiple instruments, which I was just like, what? Has this amazing sound that I can't quite describe. You just kind of have to listen. It's like a mixture of like folk, blues, gospel, country mixed with Appalachian and bluegrass all in one. And she has this like amazing way. Granted, I recently like read an article which kind of made me go, connect the dots. Like, oh, okay, that's why you sound like somebody I also like, which is the Black Keys. Apparently, the Black Keys collaborated on, I think, Pushing Against a Stone, and the new album, which is The Order of Time, which there are amazing music songs on that, and it recently just came out, so that's kind of why I want to talk about it. It's a music album that I just recently discovered, came out on Spotify. And I don't know about you, but I get super, super giddy when a band or a group that I absolutely love just releases an album and I didn't even know about it because I wasn't paying attention in that realm. And I'm like, yes! Discovered so many awesome ones like 311. Linkin Park actually came out with a new song. 311 came out with a song as well. A lot of these are songs which I was just like, oh my god, this is awesome. Thievery Company was another one, which I was like, oh my goodness. But back to Valerie June. So Valerie June released her CD March 10th, and it is utterly amazing. Granted, it's nothing like, it's similar to, I wouldn't call it similar to Pushing Against a Stone, because there's something about Pushing Against a Stone that you feel this strong, I'm here and I'm not gonna budge and I'm pushing against a stone, like the album says. But few of my favorite songs by her would have to be Working Woman Blues, Shakedown. I really love Shakedown on the new album. There's a few others. I'm trying to think. Man Done Wrong, I think, is another one. Long Lonely Road. If you want to check out the albums, I'll leave links down below. But after I discovered her with Sean, it was kind of funny because she appeared everywhere, and it was kind of weird and awesome all at the same time. She appeared at South by Southwest that particular year, and then following that, she actually appeared in like the realm of recordings. She worked on the 78 RPM project, which is essentially a film that was released in South by Southwest, where they went around the country getting artists of today to record on old vintage equipment, such as creating a 78 and getting to hear this raw sound that comes from it. And they recorded Valerie June as one of the people. And I want to say that the video exists on Vimeo, not necessarily on YouTube, because I tried looking for it and it doesn't exist, so maybe somebody wiped it out. But it was this really awesome clip where you got to witness how they did old recordings back in the day, and how they got to record her on old vintage equipment and create a 78 out of it. And I was just like, this is amazing times that we live in. And she was probably one of the perfect people to pick for that particular project, because she has this raw raspiness that you just don't quite expect. And I was reading an article, fun fact, that talked about her, and it was talking about specifically the song Working Woman Blues, and how it only took 30 minutes to write and create and produce all in all. And she basically described the whole experience as magical. And it left me blown away at how amazing and how powerful of a woman she really is. And it speaks mounds for her music. And I could go on another tangent about how she has, apparently, one of the things that was kind of funny and interesting about her new album is, two things that are kind of interesting and cool. Shakedown, one of my favorite songs, happens to be a song where it features the voice of her father and her brothers in part of the song. She recorded actually part of the song at home, which is kind of like, oh, this is freaking awesome. Sadly, her father passed away in November, but it's an awesome little thing that you can take away at the end of the day. And it was really cool because you can tell that she has this hustle bustle vibe, basically from her dad. Her dad apparently was the promoter for Prince, Casey and JoJo, to name a few. And it was kind of interesting because it was like, this kind of explains you as a person. But she is her own unique, awesome person. She's utterly amazing, and if you want, I'll leave some links down below so you can check her out. But last week we talked about Bomba Estereo, and we talked about Li Saumet and how awesome she is. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that's pretty much it. Bye!
Whatever it is that you believe you're seeing, it's not real.
Seeing things before they happen. Things are not always what they seem in this place. So you can't take anything for granted.